When the Soviets used the phrase ideological subversion, what do they mean by it?
Ideological subversion is the slow process which we call either ideological subversion or active measures, активные мероприятия in the language of the KGB, or psychological warfare. What it basically means is to change the perception of reality of every American to such an extent that despite of the abundance of information, no one is able to come to sensible conclusions in the interests of defending themselves, their families, their community, and their country.
In this clip, Joe Rogan talks about why he sees the pro-Palestinian protests on campus so frightening. Joe Rogan has had on many different guests over the past year and a half, 2 years, some of which are directly talking about Israel-Palestine, both from the pro-Israel and the anti-Israel side, whatever you want to call it. So let's take a look at this video. Before we get into it, 80% of you are not subscribed to this channel. You're going to miss out on 3 to 4 videos every single day coming out of here in the Middle East. Take just 1 second, press that subscribe button, press that bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of the action. Let's get into the video.
I've seen that clip. It's crazy.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
When you watch it today, like, they were right.
It's very prophetic.
He did it.
Here's Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, who again did not vote for Donald Trump last time. I don't know if he's going to vote for Donald Trump this time. But here he is, because he's, I would say, largely an old school liberal who has woke up to how absolutely devastating the weaponization of colleges and the internet has become to our society.
We got lucky because if this thing that's going on right now, well, actually, I think this thing that's going on right now couldn't be going on right now without the influence of the internet.
Right.
The internet has like created this mind virus that's sweeping through college campuses and also the universities and the Marxist philosophies that they've been pushing in universities because of they've all been infiltrated by Russia, by the former Soviet Union, and now by China and Russia together. For sure, they're influencing. They push the wokest teachers, the wokest professors, the nuttiest policies, and they're literally doing it to deteriorate the fabric of American democracy. They have like plans for it. They've thought about, like, Yuri Bezmenov talked about this in 1984.
I've seen that clip. It's crazy.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
When you watch it today, like, they were right.
It's very prophetic.
He did it.
Yeah.
They did it.
1000%.
Hey, Connor, do we have that clip of Yuri?
Ideological subversion, that is a phrase that I'm afraid some Americans don't fully understand. When the Soviets used the phrase ideological subversion, what do they mean by it?
Ideological subversion is the slow process which we call either ideological subversion or active measures, активные мероприятия in the language of the KGB, or psychological warfare. What it basically means is to change the perception of reality of every American to such an extent that despite of the abundance of information, no one is able to come to sensible conclusions in the interests of defending themselves, their families, their community, and their country. It's a great brainwashing process which goes very slow, and it's divided in 4 basic stages. The first one being demoralization. It takes from 15 to 20 years to demoralize a nation. Why that many years? Because this is the minimum number of years which requires to educate 1 generation of students in the country of your enemy, exposed to the ideology of the enemy. In other words, Marxism-Leninism ideology is being pumped into the soft heads of at least 3 generations of American students without being challenged or counterbalanced by the basic values of Americanism.
It almost feels like that video, 1984, former KGB agent, that video was left by aliens as a little breadcrumb into what was going to happen to us. I don't mean that literally. I don't think it was left by aliens, but like, it's here and there was a plan, and we should know the plan which was largely written by Marx. The revolution will always be about the revolution. All of the rest of it is a sideshow, and the revolution will eat its own. And then that there would be a plan by these people to subvert democracy, to break brains, to demoralize people, COVID, lock people in their homes, get them all hooked on porn and prescription drugs, and all of the rest. Like it all kind of makes sense.
One of the very first things that Joe said is maybe the most important thing that he said, which is that what was happening, what is happening, obviously this video is a little bit outdated, on college campuses couldn't have happened without the internet. Now, it's obviously true, but it shouldn't be a surprise. The internet has played such an incredible role of what has transformed to the real life interpretation of what people are seeing on the internet. Israel's doing this, Israel's doing that. The feeds are so biased and skewed in this conflict. It's literally led to people beginning the encampments, the marches, the protests, and everything that we've seen. It's really interesting because after Trump got elected, I started talking about how I think we're going to be seeing, not just in person, less of these incidents happen on campus, but our feeds are going to change. And boy, oh boy, do we not get fed anymore the incidents happening on campus, on social media, nor are they happening at the same scale they were before, of these Jewish students getting blockaded into a cafeteria, getting thrown into the corner of their quad or corridor, getting swastikas drawn on. I'm sure it's still happening, and it's never okay. And anything targeted against a Muslim student just because of their religion is also not okay. But we're seeing less of it. It just comes to show you how powerful, how important the internet is in how we are also perceiving what is really happening on the ground. This is one of the main reasons why my ideology about advocacy isn't about bringing people to Israel. It's about bringing Israel to the people. Because you have to show a safe space first. You have to create a safe space. If you then want to talk about something so complex, so disputed, so controversial. I mean, my butt, my ass, my feet, my body, my being right now in front of this camera in front of you is currently in the most controversial place on planet Earth. I'm in Israel. And so if you want to raise conversation and dialogue, so I'm just moving up my camera a little bit, then you have to do it in a way where it's obviously, it's sensitive to what is going on. Now, the internet has played such a crucial role for the pro-Palestinian movement in arming their masses and getting people to do what they're doing. But I do think that because of how social media and the news makes money, they want more people to stay on longer because their engagement goes higher. The longer that they have more engagement on people, the more advertisements that they can feed. Like, think about it like this. The longer that you stay on the platform realizes what things keep you on longer. That's what data is. They find out what you like, what you don't like, what you stay on for, what you don't stay on for, who you follow, who you unfollow. Every single time that you're interacting, the algorithm is being manipulated to best serve you next, so that when you swipe, the thing that you see next, based on all of your previous interactions and data and behaviors, is teed up to be the best possible output possible for you. And this is a cycle that continuously happens over and over and over. That's what happens when you download the app and you press I agree and you don't read all that small fine print because you're agreeing to all these terms and conditions that is giving the app, the company, the information it needs to then manipulate you to wanting to stay on longer. The longer that you stay on, the more that they understand what your psyche is, and then therefore they can shuffle as much of the psyche that you want to see on your feed, which keeps you on longer. And then when they try to get advertisements to be, companies to bid on placing ads on their platform, they can show them exactly where they think their ad is going to do the best, have the most conversions based on the person that they think they should be feeding that ad to, which is you. That's how the news, that's how social media, that's how they make money, bro. And the niche that keeps people on the most, it's not comedy, it's not entertainment, it's not food, it's fear-based content. It's media. This is why old people are glued to the news. Parents are glued to the news. They have a psyche that makes them think and feel that they have to always understand what's going on. And the scarier it is, the more intimidating it is, the more violent it is, the more you are going to want to stay on more, unless it's like horrific and you have to cover your eyes, but it's going to create a curiosity gap because you have to find more out. The news is about creating curiosity gaps so that you dig deeper. And one rabbit hole leads to another. One zipper opens up another zipper, which opens up another zipper, and another pocket goes into another pocket. And you keep opening up pockets. The pockets don't end, bro. I just gave you guys the formula, right? I just gave you guys the formula of how the pro-Palestinian movement and those who understood the importance of the internet and social media and TikTok, China, of course, how they understand the manipulation of what is being fed to people to create a specific behavior in real life. And it's very scary. It's very, very scary. Anyways, if you found this video valuable, please hit that subscribe button like I said. And if I didn't, I forget if I mentioned it. I think I did in the beginning that only 80% of you are not subscribed. Please press that subscribe button, press that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of the actions. I'm the other Barak. Here's a note from me. Here are 4 ways you can help us grow if you believe in our mission. On Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal, you can directly contribute to helping this message grow and reach more people across the world. If you want to join the inner circle, join our Patreon with different tiers, and of course, our Discord community, which is free with people from all across the world. The links to every single one are in the description. And last but not least, to the other Barak community, I love you. Ani ohev otchem. I'll see you guys next time.